So, hey everyone, a little update on bills in Ukraine, or at least Lviv area, and if your building is a new building built in the 1990s or late 1990s. I can tell you this for a fact. I did a rough schedule plan for the bill, each bill, water bill, electric, gas, internet, etc. And what I rounded out, this is by an average. Of course, the bill can go up and down, but this is by average. Now, my average bill for each year will be like this: $69 for a water bill. This is including drainage and water usage. There will be a $93 gas bill. This is including winter. Now, during the winter, to understand, during the winter, they will ask you to throw in maybe say like, let's say like, what's the word? Maybe say like $50. You have a recommended, you have your used amount, your recommended amount, and then a like suggested amount in that. And the recommended amount is the highest, and it's usually 40 or 50 bucks. But still, the fact of it remains is this, is so for gas bill for an entire year, $93. Now, if you have home internet, this is not your cell phone plan, but home internet, this would be $61 in that per year. And then for the electric bill, about $70. Now, to understand, most of these bills are running between, let's say, $3 to $7 a month. They average that, but like sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. So generally, in an idealistic way, and that is for about, let's say, just short of maybe like $10, short of $300 for a newer apartment that was built in the late 1990s. Your utility bills for an entire year can be roughly $300 if you're willing to invest and throw the bills out there on an average, like prepay about a year ahead. Now, to understand, I've already done a thing where I basically prepaid. What I did was I prepaid the some of the bills for like 2 to 3 months to see if the companies would keep the amounts or they would like kind of take the money and steal it. Because, you know, the interpretation is that everything in Ukraine is corrupt, therefore anyone will steal your money for something. And that, so my thinking generally is this, is that like since I've done this for about 3 months already, and that is that I am thinking about just kind of lopsiding it and just paying like about $200 or $300 all at once, and at the same time I will get some cash back because I use a PayPal debit card. I'll get 1.2% cash back, almost 1.3, and basically earn money off of paying the utilities. So that also decreases the bill as well. But keep in mind, the biggest thing is at least for my apartment, and that on an average, the bills altogether should average about $300 a year. Now, for an old style apartment, it should be less. But when you cannot turn off the gas, when you cannot turn it off at all, that's the issue. Because during the winter, the gas can be as high as almost like $200 a month. It can be literally as high as almost $200 a month. And that, so it can be very scary numbers, extremely scary numbers. And that, at least if you are a local Ukrainian, you have no job, you have no work, you have no pension. But if you are a foreigner, and you have this money just laying around and you earn this money per month, this is nothing. And I'm not trying to demean the Ukrainians. I'm just trying to point out that living abroad, at least within Ukraine, can be done very easily and very manageably if you know the right people, if you pay via Easy Pay, or there's a Port Monroe thing, you can pay via the Prepaid app, you can pay a bunch of little different things. But regardless of it all meaning and that, it should only cost you about $300 a year. Maybe at most 350. That's your daily tip for today.